Hi everyone, it's Jan Paknern here, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. So for today's video guys, I will be finally making a video tutorial or guide on how you can complete or fill out your Chinese online visa application form or the COVA form. So I went to China back in May of 2024, and I also created solo travel vlogs, guys. So if you're interested, I'm gonna link it here sa description box, and here's the video. However, I promised my viewers dati na I will be sharing with you all how I completed my COVA form or yung Chinese online visa application form. So if you're traveling to China anytime soon or you're planning to apply for a tourist visa here, then keep on watching. So just a quick note guys, na before ka mag-start na mag-fill out or i-complete yung COVA form, you have to make sure na when you go to the photo studio, given na you already are aware kung ano yung size ng ID photo na required for China tourist visa, which is 48mm by 33mm. So apart from getting yung physical na picture talaga na isasubmit mo when you go to the embassy on the day of your appointment, you will also need to get the soft copy version of your ID photo, and the reason behind is kailangan siyang i-upload online sa application mo. So I'm gonna show it to you how I upload it later on. So again, just keep on watching. So now I'm already on the web page of the China online visa application website, guys, or COVA. And of course, by default, I think this is already in English. So all we have to do is select the appropriate na mga options for us. So of course, we have to go to or select Asia. And then my prompt or my box. And then you just have to look for Philippines. Ayan. So sa Philippines, guys, we have Cebu, Lawag, Manila, and Davao. So, kung saan kayo magsasubmit ng application nyo for China tourist visa, of course, you have to select that location. In my case, I chose Cebu. So, I'm gonna choose Cebu in this example or in this video. And then, let me see here. Alright, so nag-load na siya. So, may dalawang buttons, guys. There's a start an application button, and then there's also a retrieve an application button. So, since wala tayong record or hindi pa tayo nagsisimula, so of course, by default, dito tayo sa start an application. However, pag you're already in the middle of completing the form but suddenly you're busy, pwede mo siyang i-save and then i-retrieve mo siya by just completing the application ID, your passport, and yung authentication or parang CAPTCHA form. But again, for this video or for this example, we'll just select start an application. So let's just scroll down and select start an application. Click this button right here. So yung first na makikita nyo is of course yung application ID. So all you need to do is save it. So I'm just gonna copy and paste that. So yan, ito yung, if you notice guys, pag pop up, may application ID na naka-assign sa'yo. So ito yung magiging needed mo later on para makapag-schedule ka ng appointment mo sa China Embassy. And of course, after, dito sa gilid, I'm not sure if you can see it, may 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 na parang sections or segments. And if you noticed, iba-ibang information yung needed niya. So you need to fill it out as truthfully as you can. Kailangan mo lang i-fill out yung information sa gilid. Itong 10 na parang segments na to, according sa information na required. So, ayan, ito yung application ID. It will be needed later on. So, just take note. Pero, once you complete everything, magpiprint naman yan. So, you will still see this. But sa akin, tinake note ko lang kasi I keep on going back and forth. Kasi medyo busy ako when I was completing the form. So, I always stop halfway. So, ayan. Anyway, so next is please fill in the form in Chinese or English. So, where do you plan to apply Chinese visa? Naka-ano na siya guys? Naka parang default. And then, city or embassy. So, sa Cebu. So, eto na yung part guys na ipapakita ko sa inyo kung paano mag-upload ng photo. I'm not sure if it pops up kasi nung last time na nag-record ako, hindi siya nag-pop up. So, I'm just gonna record also another video via the phone just to make sure na nakikita nyo yung pop-up from my screen. So, let me just pause this a bit. So, ayan guys, I'm currently looking at my Google Drive. So, sa mga freelancer friends ko out there or sa mga medyo techie or mahilig na i-organize yung mga documents or files nyo, I highly recommend na gumamit kayo ng Google Drive. So, free lang naman siya guys. If you have Gmail, all you need to do is go to Google Drive. But I have all my documents here inside this Google Drive or Google folder para pag may gusto akong i-share sa inyo, madali ko lang naman siyang ma-share. And then yung iba na to guys, na-share ko na din sa ibang mga vlogs ko, especially yung mga template. But ililink ko pa din dito sa video na to. But anyway, eto pala yung nakuha ko or pinicturean ako ng photo line. Ito yung parang soft copy version ng 48 mm by 33 mm na colored ID photo, and also make sure na naka-white background and medyo formal tayo for today's video. So, ayan, for the color effect. So, I have it saved already. So, let's go back to the site. So, first things first, let me just record this just to be sure kasi nung last time hindi talaga siya nag-work. So, eto, review the photo requirements. So, if you click that, guys, it will show you kung ano yung mga recommended na pixel or ano yung size, etc. So, again, yung required, yung sinabi ko kanina is 48 mm by 33 mm, paper photo for visa application form. And then, may mga ano sila guys, parang mga guidelines, kung baga kung ano yung good na photo quality. You have to be very, very particular with this kasi medyo stricto sila. Again, in my previous video, may nasabi ako na may isang parang na-deny ata siya ng tourist visa niya kasi yung DIY niya kasi yung photo and may guidelines sila. Baka siguro madilim or unnatural or overexposed. So, may mga guidelines sila. Basahin nyo na lang, guys. Pero, sa photo line ako sa SM, alam naman na nila kung ano yung parang proper na visa photo na need ng mga tourist visas, especially for Japan or for China or for Schengen, for example. So, alam na nila yan. So, much better if doon na lang kayo sa mga photo studio and wag nyong i-DIY. Anyway, let's go back. Let's close this. And then, all you need to do is upload photo. So, ayan. Once you click the upload photo na pop up, again, may instructions here. All you need to do is click choose photo. Pero may mga guidelines na to guys ha. Wait lang. Let me just adjust my face kasi medyo malaki. Ayan. So, yan. Use your mouse to drag and center your image. May mga guidelines yan and need nating i-adjust. So, ito yung guideline na perfect or correct yung pag-upload ng ID mo. So, dapat yung inner corners ng face mo is dito sa inner circle and then yung buong ulo mo, outline ng ulo mo is sa outer circle. Ayan. Let me choose the photo first and upload it. Saan ko ba siya? Wait lang. Ayan. Choose your file. Open. So, ayan. If you noticed, may guidelines, di ba? And then may, ano din, tawag na ito. Parang, pag-adjust mo ng mukha mo. So, as what I've said, etong outline ng buong ulo ko, dapat within sa first inner circle. So, ayan. Wait. Ayan. I-adjust natin. So, dapat yung jaw ko is within this circle. Ayan. Na-adjust naman. Basta, ganito yung ano niya. Ayan, finish. Upload successfully. Ganon lang. Sana na-gets nyo pero magsasabi naman din yan kung goods. And then, next is, ayan, so after mong mag-upload ng photo, put the name, family name, shown on your travel document, given name, if you have another name or former name, and then if you have a Chinese name. So, fill out mo lang yan. So, ayan, I just used this last name and first name. So, Cruz, Maria, and then if wala or hindi siya applicable sa'yo, then put N/A for NA. And then, of course, date of birth, month, and then day. So, let's say 2000. 1 and then 1. Example lang. Then gender, male or female. And then place of birth. Just need to put the country, the province, and the city. So let's just put Philippines, Cebu, and then Cebu City. Next is marital status. So just select married, single, divorced, widowed, other. In my case, single. Next is nationality and permanent residence. So nationality, Filipino or Philippines. Ayan. National ID, you indicate or ilagay mo dito yung national ID mo. If wala, then you can just click not applicable. And then, let me just complete that. Let me just type the number first. Yan, sample lang yan, guys. And then, once you have your national ID here, you need to answer all these questions as well. So, do you hold any other nationality? No, in my case. Do you have permanent residence in any other country or region? No. And then, have you ever held any other nationality? No, kasi Pilipino ako. Then, type of passport or travel document. I only selected ordinary. And then, you need to put your passport number, and then the issuing country or region, place of issue, expiration date, which is, itong mga information na to, guys, nasa passport nyo. So, ano na to, self-explanatory na. So, place of issue, Cebu. Let's just put 2020, 2030, 1. Ayan, sample lang yan, guys. So, once na na-complete na tong first part or yung homepage, you can just go ahead and click save and next. And then, if you notice, dito sa gilid, na may checkmark na. May checkmark na kasi dahan-dahan mong parang stage 1, stage 2, ganon. So, nandito na tayo sa number 3, which is type of visa. So, type of visa and major purpose of your visit to China. So, I selected tourism, which is the L visa. And then, are you an independent tourist or group member? Independent tourist kasi solo lang din naman ako. And I was processing my own visa. DIY to, guys. So, independent tourist. And then, normal or express, sa akin is normal. Pero, I'm not sure if, ito kasing express, pag, parang after 2 days ata, napaprocess na nila agad yung visa, if you really need it urgently. But in my case, normal lang. And for normal, the processing time was 4 days. Ayan. So, okay lang naman. Goods lang. Hindi naman ako nagmamadali. Pero for express, kung gusto nyo ng sobrang urgent na talaga and need nyo na agad yung visa, then by all means, go ahead and pick express. Next, entries. So we have here single, double, and multiple. Yung pinili ko is single kasi this was my first time applying visa. And then maximum duration of longest stay or days. Sa akin, I selected 7 days. Kasi 7 days lang naman ako. And then validity of visa months, ang nilagay ko is 3. Pero again, parang ano mo lang to, parang kung ano lang yung you were hoping to get. Pero at the end of the day, nasa embassy pa rin kung ano yung i-grant nila sa'yo. But usually, pag first timer, single talaga yan. And then if ever I decide to come back to China, I can now apply for not multiple but double. And then pag nagamit mo na or na-exhaust mo na yung double, saka ka lang pwedeng mag-apply ng multiple entry for China. So, next time, pag mag-apply ako sa susunod na balik ko ng China, double na yung pwede kong i-apply. Next, you can click Save and Next. So, now we are at number 4, which is work information. All you need to do is select your occupation. Sa akin, I chose other. And then, in-indicate ko, I am an administrative assistant kasi I'm a VA. So, for others guys na hindi VA or iba yung industry, you can just indicate. If it's not here sa list of occupation, you can just select other and then you can just specify here. And then for this one, you just need to indicate employment date from and then employment date to. So, dito ako na-stuck, guys. Dito sa work information. Kasi I'm currently employed. So, yung iniisip ko, bakit may employment date to? From and to? Parang, ano ba yan? End date? I'm still currently working. Ang sinabi sa akin ng isang member na nag-apply din is, this is yung start date mo sa client, in my case, sa client ko or sa start ng trabaho mo. And then, eto is yung date kung kailan ka nag-fill out ng form. So, right now, let's just put 2020 December. And then, today is April 19. So, I can just put 2025 April. Ganyan lang. Kasi dati I'm like, oh my God, ano ba yan? Hindi ko magets. But anong lalagay ko sa day 2? Ganun. Anyway, and then you can just put name of your employer, address of your employer, telephone number of your employer, your position, duty, supervisor's name, telephone number, etc. So, let me input na lang kasi I don't wanna show my client's name for privacy, but I'm just gonna make up something. Hang on. So, ayan guys, you just need to indicate the name of your employer here, address, if your client is in the US, then of course, yung business address nila. If you're a VA or freelancer. But if it's in the Philippines, you can just put the name of the business here and then address dito sa Pilipinas. Then telephone number. Then yung position ko is again admin assistant, and then yung duty nilagay ko lang admin assistance, patient scheduling, or admin assistance. Doesn't matter. And then supervisor's name, and then yung phone number ng supervisor mo. If you have phone number ng supervisor mo. After that, once you're done, you can just go ahead and save and next. So for this one, high level of education, ito, University of Cebu, and then, let's see, undergraduate, and then, ayan. And then once completed, you can just go ahead and save next. Self-explanatory naman na yung ibang info. So, madali na lang. And then, current residence address, of course, yung address mo, phone number mo, mobile number mo, and yung email address mo. You just have to make sure na everything is correct. So, I'm just gonna put random info here, guys, para lang makomplete to. So, ayan, just make sure na everything is correct before moving on to the next part. So, dito tayo sa father information. So, family name, given name, the nationality is Philippines, date of birth ng tatay mo, and then they will also ask, is your father in China? Yes or no? In my case, no. Next is mother, same information, family name, given name, nationality, date of birth, and then, is your mother in China? No, again yung sagot ko. If may anak kayo, then you can also put the information here. In my case, this is not applicable, so I just click this box. Next, Do you have any immediate relatives, not including parents in China? Again, no. And then after that, save and next. Next part is the information about your intended trip. So, intended date of arrival, of course, ito yung date kung kailan ka dadating or kailan mo planong dumating sa China. So, in my case, I plan to arrive in China May of 2024. So, you can just I'm just gonna put May 1. And then, yung flight ko from Manila to Shanghai, Pudong is itong flight na to, 5J678. Please make sure na you double check your flight itineraries para tama yung malagay nyo dito. And then, yung city of arrival is, I'm gonna arrive in Shanghai. So, just look for Shanghai. And then, districts or counties, leave empty if not applicable. But, I was staying in Huangpu district. So, you would know kung anong district ka sa China based sa kung saan yung hotel na pagsistayhan mo. For example, I was staying in Jinjiang Select. Ayan, ito yung hotel ko. So, ito yung address. Ito yung street, and then ito yung district. Ito yung city, ito yung country, ito yung zip code. So, when you're asked what district you would be staying, in my case, it was the city is in Shanghai, the district is in Huangpu. And then sa itinerary mo, I only stayed in Shanghai and I wasn't really moving from one city to another. So, I just put Shanghai all throughout. So, let's see. City, Shanghai pa rin. And then, Huangpu. And then, address. I just put the address. I just placed the address of my hotel. And then, again, the date of my arrival. Which is, again, 2024. May 1. And then, date of departure ko sa China is May 7. Kasi 7 days, diba? This is just an example, ha? I'm so sorry, my cat is shouting right now. So, ayan. And then, next is information about your intended trip again. But this time, yung date of departure mo when ka magde-depart sa China. So, let's just complete this. Hang on. So, if you're still departing in the exact same city, in my case, I departed in Shanghai, pabalik ng Manila. So, I just selected Shanghai and Huangpu district as the district. But if you're planning to move from one city to the other, so of course, you're gonna change. For example, yung pauwi nyo, nasa Beijing kayo, and then to Manila, then you have to change the address. So, after completing the emergency contact, family name, given name, relationship to you, phone number, and email address ng contact person mo or emergency contact mo, the next part is who will pay for this travel. So, I selected self kasi ako lang naman yung mag-finance or magbabayad ng trip na to. And then, do you have accompanying persons, meaning persons using the same passport as yours? No. So, after that, click Save and Next. Next is past travels. So, may tanong dito, have you ever been to China? During that time, no. So, I chose no. And then, previous Chinese visa, have you been issued a Chinese visa? No. If this is your first time, no. Do you currently hold any valid visas issued by any other countries? At that time, no. So, you just select whatever works for you. If yes naman, then you will list it right here kung ano yung mga countries. But at that time, no yung sagot ko. Then, have you visited other countries or regions in the last 12 months? I said yes. And then, ililist mo siya here. So, ililist mo lang yung mga countries. For example, Singapore, Malaysia, Japan, ano ba, Hong Kong, hindi. Any territories na part ng Republic of China, I'm not sure Republic ba yan or People's Republic of China, hindi siya included here. So, ayan. Even Taiwan, hindi siya included or Macau, hindi. So, ganon. Ano pa ba? Thailand, ano pa? Vietnam, Cambodia. Ayan, nililist mo lang. And if Taiwan and wala dito, it's okay. That's totally fine. So, ayan, let's just put Japan. Example lang. And then, save and next. Ayan. Have you ever been refused a visa for China? Or been refused entry into China? No. Has your Chinese visa ever been cancelled? No. Kasi first time ko to. Never, never. Have you ever entered China illegally, overstayed, or worked illegally? No. Do you have any criminal record in China or any other country? No. Do you have any serious mental disorder or infectious disease? No. Have you ever visited countries or territories where there is an epidemic in the last 30 days? No. Have you ever been trained or do you have any special skills in the field of firearms, explosives, nuclear devices, biological or chemical products? No. Are you serving or have you ever served in the military? No. Have you served or participated in any paramilitary orgs? Blah, blah, blah. No. Do you work for any professional, social, or charitable organization? No. And then, is there anything else you want to declare? No. After that, click Save and Next. And then, after dito, parang ito na ata yung pinaka-last. Has this application been completed by anyone else on your behalf? No, kasi ako lang naman yung nag-complete ng form. I did it on my own, personally. So, ayan. Next is, you just need to review all the information that you have already completed or filled out. And, ayan. Pak. Review ka lang. Then, after that, confirm and next. And then, declaration of the applicant. Click mo lang tong box na to. I understand and agree and then submit. And then, do you want to submit your application? Once your application is submitted, you cannot make any changes. Please keep your application ID well in your possession before you submit your application. Ito na yung application ID. Again, we have to take note of this application ID kasi ito yung magiging required later when we schedule our appointment for the Chinese embassy. Okay. Submission completed. Okay. And then, ang mangyayari is, ayan, na-route na tayo sa page na to, guys. And this is very, very, very important. So, please click Confirm to download visa application form of the People's Republic of China and confirmation of the online visa application. So, click OK. And then, after that, magsasave siya dito. Ito na yung application form, yung document or paper. And then, once you open that, you need to print this PDF form or file. Ito na yung mismong file, guys. And I believe this is 8 pages. So, ayan. Ito. Need mong i-print. And then, may need ka ding i-sign. So, ayan. Let's check. Ayan. So, I think this is the part, yung sa 9.2e, need to put your signature and the date when you completed the signature or when you have signed the document. And then also here, dito sa page 1, applicant signature and itong date. After that, you need to print this in an A4 sized bond paper. Ayan. I think this is good to go. You are good to go for completing your online visa application form. Ang next part naman or next video na, sa susunod na video ko naman i-share yung paano mag-book ng appointment for China Embassy. So, ayan. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. And if you have any questions or any parang clarification sa video, please feel free to comment down below. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. And if you like this video, please hit thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And yeah, hope you have a great day and see you very soon.